Welcome to Buy, Hold, Sell. My name is Matthew Kidman, and joining me today is Emma Fisher from Airlie and Catherine Allfrey from WaveStone. And growth stocks have been much loved recently, but believe it or not, there's a handful that haven't done so well. Catherine, I'll start with you. Bapcor, wholesale, cars, so on. It's kind of fallen from grace a little bit, not as sexy as it was. Buy, hold or sell?
Oh, look, this is a solid sort of story for us, so we've got a buy on this one. We can see like-for-like sales growth of about 3% and about 10 outlets opening each year. So for us, it's a steady grower, and management have been delivering, so we're happy to back it.
With interest rates at around 1%, 3% growth is pretty good. Buy, hold or sell? Bapcor?
At current share price, I'd put it on a hold. I think that, like Catherine, I do like the long-term story. There's been a lot of M&A, Thailand rollout. There's a few things that I really think that management team really need to digest and prove their execution on. So at the current share price, it's had a good run. We've got it on a hold.
Okay, Reliance worldwide, terrific float, went to the US, to the UK. Buy, hold or sell?
Look, I'm going to put this one on a sell. I do like the structural growth story of SharkBite, but there's just a few too many red flags for me. Poor cash flow conversion, some accounting irregularities, and then debt kind of creeping up and the chairman selling his whole stake. So that's just one too many for us, so I've got it on a sell.
This was a market darling at one stage on a big multiple, 30 odd times. It's been really derated. Buy, hold or sell?
Well, we haven't been in it, so we've actually taken this opportunity to go back in, so it's a buy for us.
Okay.
We're looking at the longer term story. We like the fact that it can continue to penetrate the US market, so we're happy to back it.
Okay. One that was hit by a short seller pitch,
Yes.
corporate travel.
Yes.
That was going back a little while. Hasn't really recovered, but has still got that global growth option in the travel industry. Buy, hold or sell?
For us, this one's a hold, but this is one of the stocks that we will be really watching in this coming reporting season, because like you say, those forensic shorters have thrown a lot of mud in the last 12 months at this one. So it's definitely one we'll be watching. But for us, it's just not cheap enough to buy.
Emma, do you think some of that mud might stick and we might see it in this result? Buy, hold or sell?
Yeah, I've got it on a sell. I think that, management can always explain away poor cash flow conversion in any business, but I think if it's a sort of sustaining feature of results, usually the simplest explanation is the right one. So for us, the valuation's not compelling, so sort of why bother?
Okay, here's your chance. We'll go shopping. Growth at a discount. What have you got for us?
Yeah, look, there's very few stocks that are categorised as growth at a discount. One we like is Smart Group. So the reason it's at a discount is the new car sales market has fallen quite considerably. And they've actually maintained, so they're novated lease plays, and they've maintained flat volumes in a market that's down 20%. So that's a fantastic outcome, we think. And then it's got basically no debt, good management team, best customer service, best tech in the industry, and it's pretty cheap at the moment. So that's one that we like.
Okay, Catherine, growth at a discount? Sounds good, doesn't it?
If you can get it. We like James Hardie. We've seen the Fed starting to cut rates. We've seen mortgage rates in the US move from 5% to 4%. We're starting to see builders' order books starting to fill up. We like what we're seeing, and so therefore we think that we'll get a nice earnings cyclical uplift for James Hardie in the US, and trading on 17, 18 times. We think that's reasonable, so we're a buyer of James Hardie.
It's always been the case and will continue to be. Growth covers all ills.